Both first 40 minutes, I don't think gave any indication of the last 20 minutes plus overtime. What changed for you guys after 40?
Yeah, I think the first 40 minutes we were overcomplicated things, especially in the neutral zone. Like we saw the difference in the third period when we were going right up instead of going D to D, going back in our zone. When we were seeing the first play and making the right play, which very often is the right play, it becomes way easier especially for the forwards to just go back on the forecheck and create some momentum. And the D did a great job in the third period, and that's how we created those goals late in the game. So I think that's got to be in our game plan every game from now on.
How much of a lift was it, that first goal, that kind of gives you guys that glimmer of hope?
Yeah, it was a big goal. Valley in front of the net. We didn't get a lot of scoring chances early on in the third, and it was a big goal for us. Then Shawzy with a great shot, and Q made a really nice play to me in the neutral zone, and I think I had a pretty good shot too on the back end. But no, it felt great. I think it shows that we have a lot of character in this room, even though we have some young players, but I think we have a great mix of experience and young players in this team, and I think it showed tonight.
You guys in overtime, a couple of different times, you're just defending. How much does Akhtayama come up so big for you guys in that overtime, considering some guys got cut out there on the ice for an extended period?
Yeah, he was unreal the whole game, honestly. He made some really good save at some key moments. I think hats off to him, honestly. If he wasn't there or whatever, he didn't make those save at those moments, I think we'd be walking out of here with a loss. But no, he's been good. He's been really good. You can see his practice. He's battling every single day. He's working hard, and it's really nice to see it getting paid off.
Just as a team, do you feel like this team's starting to turn a corner? I think you had a little skid that you just ended, and now you come from behind and have a nice overtime win. You feel like things are heading in the right direction for this group now.
For sure, it's really, really good for the confidence and the team chemistry to come back from a 3-0 deficit, especially in the third period. We can learn from those moments. We can learn from what we did wrong and what we did right. And I think today we got to focus on the positive, especially in the third period, what we're doing. And no, the vibes were really high in the room after the third period. I thought they were pretty high too after the second, even though we're down 3-0. And no, that's what I like about this team. We're never out of the fight, and that's what great teams are built with. It's with discipline to stick to the game plan and with a lot of character. So I think we showed that tonight.
So you guys are on quite a bit of an extended road trip here. Kind of like that timing early in the season to get all the guys on the road and kind of build some camaraderie early in the season.
Love it. My best years, I think, when I was 18 in Halifax, we started with a 15-game road trip first thing in the season, and I think that was really good for our chemistry. So hopefully that road trip does the same thing for us, and especially pulling off a really good win here tonight. It's definitely bring the guys closer together. So we're gonna have to do it again against Hershey and Lehigh.
First, we'll work backwards here. In overtime, you guys out there for an extended shift. What were your thoughts going through there? It seemed like you'd have been out there for 2 minutes. What's going through your mind?
I think just try to stay on the defensive side of the puck and try to figure out a time to get a change that doesn't put the team in jeopardy. But didn't end up finding a change there. But luckily we won the battle there and got the puck out to Boyder.
What brings you guys back in this hockey game? After the first 40 minutes of play, it seemed pretty unlikely that how things were going was going to end up like this. What happens in the third?
In the room, we were just like, just next 20 minutes, can't really focus on what happened last two periods. Just come out, try to win every shift. We thought we could, play down low. They couldn't handle us, and we got some opportunities. Started with Valley there, and we just kept rolling and kept going.
How good does it see? You got a line of a lot of young guys. They get that goal. It's a gritty one. What kind of charge does that give you guys on the bench?
Well, it gives us life. Being down 2 is much better than being down 3. So good. Lucky it was early in the period, so we can just keep pounding and keep going.
Groulx, tell me about the play and how that all develops.
Yeah, I think Sharpie kind of chipped it up the wall to Groulx, and Groulx made a nice cut to the middle, backhand sauce to me on the wall, and found a little room in the middle, cut, and then he was driving down the lane. It was a nice drive, and I found his backhand there, and he made a nice shot.
After first 40 minutes, it seemed pretty unlikely that this team was going to pull off what it just pulled off. What were your thoughts after 40 minutes of play?
Pretty much what yours were, but you know what? It just says still a lot about our team. We obviously no one liked our first 40, but for them to come out and execute the way they did, that can really pull a team together at the end of the day. It can really build some momentum, and it's really good for the morale. So proud of the way we did it. It felt really good. Already made some big saves there in overtime, but man, it feels good. I'm not going to lie, and the credit goes off to our players that figured it out and came out and played extremely well those last 20 minutes.
And strong contributions from every single line. It starts with Vallis getting that goal and Turberg and Barbolini putting that all together. What did you feel after they scored?
Yeah, we had to do something with the lines. Sometimes it's just you got to juggle them. So we just made a decision to put those young kids together, and they got us going. And then everyone kind of just followed. From the first line, Shazi to Groulx. Like you said, everyone contributed, and we started moving pucks quicker. We were skating. We were engaged. Don't understand why the slow start happened, but at the end of the day, it's really good to come out of that with 2 points.
You look at what the contributions of those guys in overtime, because I think Quillan at one point had been out there for 2 minutes. It seemed like how do you guys weather through that?
Yeah, well, that's what good goalies do: make big saves at big moments to give your team a chance to win, and that's what Artie did. Huge game-breaking save. Again, then we were able to get our chance and get those guys off the ice and get Boyd out there, and then he buried it. So, again. Not the way you really want to draw it up, but we sure do like the character that it happens coming back like that in the third period.